I'm Cynthia Stafford, and in 2007, I won the Mega Millions jackpot, $112 million in one lump sum in California. But I didn't stumble upon it. I consciously manifested that money. This is exactly how I did it. See my exact 6 steps of manifestation. Back in 2004, I was raising 5 kids, working long hours as an account exec. Money was tight. I decided I'm going to win the lottery, not by chance, but by design. I started with The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, planting seeds in my subconscious. I wrote it down. I will win $112 million on paper. Every day I'd look at it. I created a vision board, images of big checks, pools, and a home with space for all of us. Each morning and night, I visualized holding that oversized check, feeling the joy in my chest. I felt it. Wealth was already mine. This didn't happen overnight. It took 3 years training like an Olympic athlete. Each time I didn't win, I thought, maybe not this time, but it will happen. Drawing from Matthew 17:20, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible. I listened to manifesting stories daily, feeding my mind positivity. Each time doubt hit, I had a routine to diffuse it, acknowledge without judgment, then redirect with gratitude and belief. I didn't just sit around waiting, I took aligned action. I bought extra tickets, just a few more each week. I created a monthly reminder, buy lottery tickets with love and expectation, no desperation, just joyful participation. Then the signs started. Everywhere I looked, 112 popped up. I passed a bus numbered 112. My receipt total was 11.20 cents. I found 112s in loose change on the street 3 times in a week. These weren't coincidences. They were confirmation signals from the universe. Each time I saw that number, my certainty deepened. I knew something big was on the horizon. I began to trust more. I even stopped checking the lottery numbers obsessively. I already felt them inside. Those signs were my universe winking, saying, it's real. But manifesting $112 million didn't come without moments of doubt. One night, my mind raced, it's impossible. What if I'm delusional? I also educated myself about lottery systems, not to control it, but to feel empowered. I watched interviews with past winners. I listened, I learned how they showed up energetically. Manifestation doesn't mean doing nothing. It means showing up as if your win is already yours and responding with small, inspired steps. Then came that moment. I was at the grocery store checkout. The scanner beeped out numbers. I peeked at the ticket. The first few numbers matched. My heart stopped. So here's what I want you to take away from my story. Not just the money, not just the win. Here are 6 things that made it all possible. Number 1, watch for signs. This journey is not silent. The universe speaks, you just have to be listening. Sometimes it's a whisper, sometimes it winks. You'll overhear someone say the exact number you've been thinking about. A stranger might mention something oddly specific to your intention, or a billboard flashes a message that feels like it's meant only for you. Don't brush those off. Then the signs started for me. I remember the first time I saw it, I passed a city bus. The number on it, 112. A few days later, my grocery total rang up, $11.20 down to the penny. And then the wildest thing, over 1 week, I found $112 in loose change. On the street, not once, not twice, 3 times. That's not coincidence, that's alignment. That's the universe tapping you on the shoulder saying, you're getting warmer. Don't dismiss the signs, honor them. Number 2, clarity of intention. This is the foundation, the seed. Clarity of intention means you don't just want something, you define it, claim it, own it energetically before it ever shows up in physical form. I didn't say, I want to be rich someday. That's vague, that's scattered energy. The universe doesn't respond to fog. I wrote down $112 million, not just enough. I chose a specific number, $112 million. And I lived with that number. Every single day I saw it in my mind. I imagined the check with those digits written out in bold. I said it out loud, $112 million is mine. I whispered it while driving. I breathed it while journaling. I felt what it would be like to have it in my account, in my hands, in my life. That clarity wasn't wishful thinking, it was programming. Intentional programming of my subconscious mind, because the universe is a mirror and it reflects what you are bold enough to be clear about. It's like placing an order at a restaurant. You don't just say, bring me something delicious. You say, I want the grilled salmon with lemon butter and roasted garlic potatoes on the side. And guess what? That's what shows up. Manifesting is no different. If you want to win the lottery, you need to know exactly how much you want, but not just the number, why you want it, what it would do for your life, what you would feel like waking up to that reality. You have to speak it, see it, feel it, own it before you can hold it. When you give the universe precision, it responds with power. So don't just hope. Don't just wish, get clear, write it down, say it, repeat it, feel it so deeply it becomes more real than what you see around you. That's the first step, and it's the one most people skip. Number 3, emotional resilience. Doubt, oh, it came. Some days I'd sit on the edge of my bed, ticket in hand, thinking, am I fooling myself? 3 years passed without a single jackpot, and every time I didn't win, I had a choice: collapse or continue. But here's the trick: I didn't let doubt take the wheel. I acknowledged it without shame. I wrote it down. I moved it through me like a wave. Then I replaced it with trust over and over again. This process, it's not about being perfect. It's about persistence with heart. This didn't happen overnight. It took 3 years, 3 full years of practicing belief like an Olympic athlete, training my mind, sharpening my emotions. Each time I lost, I whispered to myself, maybe not this time, but it's coming. I anchored myself in faith. Matthew 17:20 says, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible. So I built routines around my faith. When doubt crept in, I didn't run from it. I faced it. I'd sit down, breathe, and ask, what do I know to be true? Then I'd journal gratitude. I'd visualize again. I'd re-enter belief. I surrounded myself with uplifting stories, books, interviews, videos of people manifesting what they desired. I fed my mind positivity daily, not because I never felt weak, but because I refused to stay there. Number 4, daily rituals. Manifestation isn't a one-time wish, it's a daily relationship with your dream. Every morning, I affirmed that I was a lottery winner. I visualized the check in my hands, the feeling of financial freedom, the lives I could uplift. I breathed in gratitude before I even held the ticket. And I journaled pages of thank you letters to a future that was already mine in spirit. Ritual creates rhythm, and rhythm draws reality closer. Number 5, aligned action. I didn't just dream, I participated. I bought tickets with joy, not desperation. I didn't grip them tightly like they were my only hope. I held them like they were a receipt for a blessing already in motion. But I didn't stop there. I educated myself, not just about what I do with the money, but about the system itself. I started reading about lottery odds, strategies, number frequencies, not because I thought I could control the system, but because I wanted to feel empowered, to feel like a participant in my own miracle. I watched interviews with past winners over and over again. I studied how they spoke, how they stood, how they carried their energy after the win, and I started mirroring it. Because energy doesn't lie. You either show up as someone who expects it or someone still begging for it. I learned how to manage money. I interviewed financial advisors. I researched trust, taxes, investment strategies before the win ever came. Because I wasn't waiting for the money to act wealthy. I was preparing for it. I lived like the person who already had it, not lavishly, but intentionally. I surrounded myself with images, stories, and habits of success. That energy, that alignment, that integrity, it called the result into being. Because your actions, they're not just habits, they're signals. And the universe is always listening. So show up like it's already yours. Because when you do one day, it will be. Number 6, be the person. Don't wait for the money to show up to become the version of you who has it. Dress for it, speak like it, walk with it in your posture. Don't chase a line, because when you become the version of you who already has what you desire, the universe has no choice but to reflect it back. Let me remind you, I didn't get lucky. I got clear. I got disciplined. I believed, and I received. Before I bought tickets, I visualized the amount $112 million, and that exact amount came through. I'd see signs, spontaneous imagery in my mind, or offhand remarks from strangers, small confirmations. One scene, I'm at the store, holding the ticket, pausing, visualizing, feeling, trusting. I didn't doubt. In early 2007, on a quiet night, I checked the numbers. My father called, "Look now." I felt elation floating, knowing I'd done it. On the way to claim it, I experienced calm certainty, not luck, but intention fulfilled. Lump sum, new house in Pacific Palisades, pool, upgraded cars, started film production just as I'd prepared for. I prepped financial advisors, lawyers before the win. That mindset shift was key. Yes, I had setbacks, some ventures didn't work, but I learned money mindset matters long-term. Today, I run Queen Nefertari Productions, serve on the Geffen Theater board, and still play the lottery weekly because I know manifesting never stops. So if you want to manifest big, write it, visualize it, embody it, feed your faith, and persist. Your miracle may just be a decision away. Thanks for letting me share my story.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and wants to see more like it, click the link on screen.